party going with not one, but two fabulous, wonderful, amazing women. Please prepare yourselves to be entertained. Please give it up for Alaina Huffman and McNiven! Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Doing right.
Hello. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
It's a wonderful, wonderful crowd. Like half of them are
Hi,
brand
y'all.
new. Shockingly enough.
Half of them are what?
Brand new. Never been to one of these shit things
Welcome
before.
to the party. We love it. Yeah, I have a question actually for you newbies. Like, what's the draw? Like, we've been doing this for so long. I'm always so interested.
Why
Like,
did it take you this long? I'm just kidding.
no, it's just, I guess, is there like an online presence? Is it like, or you guys all like connect? I feel like half the time y'all come here to see each other and we're just like a bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so, this has honestly been like the biggest blessing to my life. So thank you all for blessing us.
So Alaina and I have known each other for, I was just trying to figure this out in my head. It's 2025. We met in 2000. What year was Stargate Universe?
2008 or 9.
So I think it was 2010 when we met.
Because you came on
I
second
came
season.
in season 2. I show up and Alaina's got like 2 children at her side, one
on my
in her
boob.
belly. Yeah, no, seriously. She was so kick-ass.
I'd always be like, I've always had like a baby on set.
Yep.
And like, I'd get to my trailer and like, you know, when you're nursing a baby, you're like, I'm ready to feed the baby. And like, someone's in the trailer like, I just fed them. I'm like,
Oh, great. Now I have to come.
yeah. Great. Boob talk.
But we've been on 2 shows together.
Yeah.
But literally never together.
No. We never worked together on Stargate?
No.
Oh.
Did we ever have a scene together? No. I had all my scenes.
With David.
Did we have
What about
anything,
the
like,
mess
groups?
hall or something?
Were you in the scene where we were in the mess hall? Well, you probably had lots of mess hall scenes, but there was one scene in the mess hall where I was wearing a full leather top to bottom. So every time I would reach for my cup, it would go, "Ring, ring," and it was just like in the silence. the
Also,
creaking.
like on that show, like so many shows, it was handheld. So like you're on when you're not on. Like
Yeah.
you don't really know if
Yeah.
it's going to be your coverage because they might just pan over to you.
They were pros on that show with like the
Yeah.
triple handheld camera guys.
Yeah, that was the
Amazing.
best show. But you know what's also really cool about any show like this? I always try to teach people how to read a film schedule, especially like my parents if they're helping with my kids, or like my kids if they're helping with my other kids or whatever. I send them the one-liners. We get this breakdown of like how the scenes are going to go throughout the day. And I try to teach people, and I'm like, if you see that I'm in, like my number corresponds to my character, if you see my number in, like, for example, on Universe, I was in the infirmary and in the mess hall, and those were the same set, they would flip. So a lot of times, even though I'm peppered throughout the entire episode, I only ever worked one day. Because we'd shoot like the
That's
infirmary
amazing.
in the morning.
Especially when you have 18 children.
Yeah. Justin Hartley, y'all know Justin Hartley? Yeah, he always introduced me. He's like, this is my friend Alaina, she has 22 kids. Like, I have 4. It's not that many. I wanted more.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. It's not that I love kids, I like my kids. People are like, you must love kids. I'm like, I like mine.
Yeah. Well, we should.
I like your
we
kids.
should also. We should also. I like your kids. They're
Thanks.
fantastic. We should do a show together where we're like in scenes together.
Well,
And
you
that's an
are a
idea.
writer, so
Actually,
go for it.
I've already started one.
I know, I've already read one of your scripts.
No,
She's
but
an amazing
I
writer.
have one that you have not read that you are in.
I
And
love
we
it.
play sisters. She doesn't know. She truly doesn't know this.
But this,
And it might take 5 years for me to write it, but I'll write it.
it's okay. In 5 years, we'll still be sisters.
Just 5 years older.
Yeah.
Might have to change some plot, but okay.
No, it's perfect. No, Julie's a great writer. I think this is an interesting aspect of our business that like should be talked about more. Like there's like a currency that you have, I think, as a creative person. And if you're waiting for your acting phone to ring, it can be really painful.
You can't. I mean, you could, but you're going to be depressed.
Yes.
Unless you're like super, there are some people
Even
that don't
then.
have to wait. Like it just rolls that way for them, and that's great. But most of our contemporaries, they're all doing multiple things.
Yeah. And I think it's just really important on an emotional level.
Yeah.
But I also think that applies to every person. I think we should all
Yeah.
have creative outlets. Do y'all have creative outlets?
Yes. All right, I see a line forming over there.
Oh, let's go.
Let's
Should we go
give it
left,
up
right?
for-
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Aja. My question is for both of you. You both play such strong women in your characters. So I just want to know if there's something you can do to get into that headspace where you're like this take no nonsense woman who's like has an attitude and can just like talk back and be kind of villainous when you need to.
Turn 35.
Perimenopause?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like past 35, you're like, you know what? Don't give me no shit. Okay. And your kids are like, Mom, and you're like, anyways. I think, like, for me, Abaddon, I take no credit for her. She just kind of became. I just allowed. I loved the energy that sort of came through her. She also, like, was without human quality. So, to her detriment, I think, yeah, it was a fun aspect to play.
I feel like for me, I'm kind of like quietly strong in my real life. Like it's probably not the first thing someone would say about, oh, Julie, she's like super badass strong. Like but I do think that it kind of lives, and just like it does with all of us, it's there, right? We all have the ability to be badass strong women or people, but I think that there's little bursts of confidence that need to kind of get that to the surface. And I think when you're acting, you're just playing. So it's like, let's see what this feels like. Oh, it feels fucking good, And then you see what you can take into your real life.
I think it's also fun when you're on a show, and it's been my experience, and I don't know if it's yours, and actually you could probably speak to this on a writing perspective as well. A lot of times, like, it's a relationship with the writer, the actor, and the character, and so like you show up and bring the page to life, and then it inspires the writing.
Right.
So it kind of becomes this relationship of sorts. Yeah, do you have that experience?
Oh, for sure. I would actually say the most interesting case for that for me is Mad Men, which I know this isn't really a Mad Men crowd, but it's a great show. And thank you, one person. But I will say with Mad Men, what was the super interesting experience for me was I was hired I auditioned, it was one line. She was literally just a secretary. And I was like, cool, I'll be just a secretary, but also I'm gonna be a full human being, and I'm gonna have opinions about my boss and about my job and about how I feel about everything. And so it really was this wonderful organic experience where I tried something and the writers noticed it, and then they kept writing for that. And so I will say, actually, Hildy on Mad Men was quietly strong. She did not take shit.
Especially in that era.
I mean, she did what she could you can only push that so far before you get fired, especially back then. So, and she did. She did eventually lose her job. But she held on for many years being quietly strong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Charlotte.
Hi,
That was
Charlotte.
a really great question and a great eloquent answer, and now I'm about to pull a complete 180.
Okay.
Is it a prank question?
No, oh my God, who do you think I am? My question is, Do you know what a golden toilet is?
Like literally?
Yes. No.
Like,
No, I guess I don't.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically,
no.
no.
It's like one of the most expensive yet dumbest things that you own.
Okay.
Do you have one of those?
Oh,
I'm too cheap for that, I think.
yeah, I have 4 kids, y'all.
I'm.
Everybody needs shoes and they're fucking hungry all the time.
Yeah. You have hand-me-down shoes, and the next kid's like, "Mom, these have no soles." And you're like, "Tape.
I have no
Get out
soul.
the duct tape."
Do I have something like? No, I think we're both pretty.
I feel like DJs. Did you
conservative.
ask DJ
Yeah,
that question?
DJs
He'll
are
have
good.
some answers for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't.
I just I really appreciate when I can feed my kids well.
Yeah.
That seems very luxurious.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna get me a golden toilet one day, though.
One day.
One day. Hi.
Hi, my name is Alex. I wanted to ask, what was your favorite character from that you've played before?
I always say that picking my favorite character is like picking my favorite kid.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. But no, truly, sometimes we get frustrated with our characters. I do. I know on Universe, I was very frustrated by TJ. I used to call her a crybaby. I was like, God, she's always I can't do it. She bothered me. And ultimately, she taught me so much about vulnerability and asking for help and expecting to be loved and supported. And I don't know if that was really in my wheelhouse at that time in my life. And so she really taught me a lot. So I hold her very near and dear to me. And then Abaddon has been such a blessing to my life, ironically, because she's Queen of Hell. But she's brought me so much in terms of this big, beautiful global family that is supportive and going through really difficult times. I don't know if I've ever said this publicly, but y'all have gotten me through a lot of really terrible experiences in my life, and just knowing that we have this sort of global outreach has been very comforting to me. So I'm very grateful for Abaddon as well.
Yeah, it's always so interesting when you guys come up to us and share very intimate details of how the show helped you survive and overcome certain things, and we're like, we get it. We're with you. We feel the same way. I don't know if I don't know if I could choose one. I think there's one kind of underdog that I always wanted more of, which was on Fringe. I played, she's in one scene, guys. But I loved her so much, and she ended up getting married to one of the characters on the show, but they would talk about us, and we were always on honeymoon, and I would be watching the show being oh my God, we're still on honeymoon, bring me back. Yeah. But she was just so weird and quirky, and it let me be my weirdest, I think, which was really fun. But choosing one would be really hard.
Thank you. There's so many characters that I've played that I never got paid to play. We audition, pretty much that's our full-time job.
Right.
Our full-time job is looking for a job.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of characters that I've been
I could name 2 from the last 3 months. I'm I want more of that.
Yeah. And really it's an opportunity. A lot of times, my daughter's an actor, so I'll do her scenes and stuff with her, and I find myself giving her the same note that casting always gives us, which is have fun.
Yeah.
And
oh my God, I was just talking to David about this the other night. Our friend David, who he self-tapes me sometimes, and I self-tape him, and it was a week ago I was doing something and was just feeling a little bit stuck on it, and we just talked about why do we do this? Like, why do we do this? It's fun. We play. And I think as you get older and then you have like families and children and bills and like, you forget why did we start doing this in the first place? And it's just to have fun.
Yeah.
And just that reminder is, I do feel like I need that reminder like once a week. Like, it's fun, just play.
Yeah,
Play,
I think
play.
too, like just those opportunities can like really get down. You can get down. You have, I mean, last year I think I had 67 auditions. I got one job.
Yeah.
It was a good
Which
job.
is actually
That's the ratio.
That's actually a good,
Yeah.
actually a good ratio.
So you think about like the failure aspect of it, and you know, it has to be a reframe of like,
Yeah.
another like disappointment. Instead, it's like, I get to be creative today.
Yes.
I'll do the laundry and like pretty much drive my kids around, and then I get to go and like
Yep.
play and like live in this make-believe world, and it's like this little euphoric moment.
And I don't think we don't think about the little things you learn along the way of those 67 auditions, the little things that you can hold on to in your toolkit, where you've discovered X, Y, and Z, and now you're like, you come to a new character that needs that, and you're like, this, I know I can wear this. This feels good. I know how to do this.
Yeah, it's like going to the gym.
Yeah, you're building
yeah.
muscle.
Yeah, it's a creative gym, y'all.
It is.
We're gym rats. Hey, what's up?
Hi, my name is Tabitha. The other day, Alaina, you posted that you named your red wig Reagan.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if you all had to name your characters' hairstyles, what would you name them?
Oh,
Reagan's a great name.
Reagan's great. I know, I just felt like I put it on and I was like, ooh, hi Reagan. I don't know why. I feel like
I love wigs for that reason.
Yeah.
Where you feel, I mean, I tomorrow and Sunday I'll be wearing my long hair extensions, and I love, it makes me feel different. Like I feel like a different person.
yeah, you know, it's so funny. Like white women, we don't usually wear wigs. All my black girlfriends are like, yeah, y'all gotta get some wigs. It's a whole experience.
Half my closet is like, I hang my extensions on like pant clips.
Oh.
And so like 3 feet of my closet is just hair. It's just hair,
I
guys.
love this.
It's amazing.
It
I love
does. It totally transforms you.
And it's different shades too, because
Yeah.
like as a redhead that's not natural, every day of the month, every time you wash it, it's a different shade. It's really, truly, like red does not hold. I have to dye my hair once a month,
Yeah.
so it's a different shade.
I
every
feel
time.
like, so on Stargate, I was like growing my hair. I had a pixie cut for a long time, and I was in between. I was on Smallville for a few seasons, and they would like only bring me in for the season opener, the mid-season, and the closer. And just so you guys know, as actors, so they hire you this one way, and then they drop you, and they unemploy you, and then they call you back in 6 months and like, hey, we'd like to come hire you again, but we want you exactly the same as you were for 6 months. And you're like, you know when you're growing your hair, and you're like that in-between stage? So I got to that in-between stage like 3 times, and they were like, we're gonna cut your hair. And I was like, okay, I'm just grateful for the job, thank you very much. And then I was on Stargate, Stargate. And for a while I only worked on shows that started with an S. And
It's in your contract.
it's in my contract. And then I was like growing my hair, so we came up with this hairstyle, which was like I twisted it and put pins in it. And that was like super controversial at the network level. Sci-Fi was
Why?
like, because they said it looked like alien ridges.
Oh, well, 'cause you know what's funny is I played an alien on that show.
Yeah, and you
And
didn't
when
have
I
ridges.
no, but they tried it on me.
They probably
tried-
were inspired
They
by
tried
TJ.
to do it, and then we were like, that doesn't really work. And so they ended up just pinning a few. They did pin like random things back, but they started with the twists, and then we both were just like, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
But because I was an alien, they wanted to do something like that. And I didn't know that was why.
Oh,
I didn't know
funny.
this was like a whole thing with
At the network. Yeah.
The
they
network
were like,
really wanted the alien
Alaina
ridges
with her
of the
alien hair. And yeah, so if I were to name that hairstyle, I'm gonna name it Tabitha. That's the only one I got.
Honestly, most of my hairstyles are the same.
Yeah.
I mean, fringe was shorter hair just because I had shorter hair at that point. But to be honest, I always have hair about this length, and we just layer in the extension. So,
Well, on Riverdale, I was on 2 seasons and my hair changed a lot. And it was during COVID, so like we were like
are you sure? Was it Riverdale or Silverdale?
Silverdale.
Silverdale.
I switched. I was like, there's not enough ass shows. I need to eat. But my hair changed a lot because that was also the first season. It was during COVID, and remember we were all doing our own hair.
Oh my god. Actually, that would have been fine for me because of all of
You do your own
you
hair.
do it out here and then you put it in.
Oh yeah.
So
No, mine was like, I can't remember what color I used. I used a different color. And they're like, your hair has like different colors. I was like, I know, yeah.
dyeing it myself.
Anyways, COVID. Remember the world was ending? But yeah, so I had a couple hairstyles on there I'd call Billy. I like this. I'm gonna go through my entire resume and I'm gonna name my hair. Thank you for that.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What is
boy.
that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
What does that mean?
Welcome is what it means.
My question is, if you guys could delete one minor inconvenience from your life, what would you choose and why? I'm talking lowbrow stuff here.
Gravity? No, I'm kidding. That's not a minor thing. It's pretty important, guys. Okay, one minor thing.
Like, who would we be without the pebbles on the road,
Okay, but wouldn't it be kind
Get
of fun
philosophical
to
here.
not like have to exercise like
Oh,
every?
no, I have to do that.
No, but like if
Otherwise
you
my
didn't,
brain will
I know,
explode.
me too. Yeah.
If I didn't have to
What if-
cook, I hate cooking.
My husband does all the cooking.
Oh, I need me one
You
of
just
them.
get you a cooking husband.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Okay,
next on
that's
my
good.
list.
It really is great. He
Yeah.
does the grocery shopping,
Oh.
so I don't have to think about. He's basically
Tell
like
me
the
more.
house. He's basically the house manager. What you need is a house manager.
I need a
husband.
house manager.
Who cooks.
I know, I was dating this guy and I was talking to him and he was like, I need an assistant. And I was like, oh, what do you need help with? And he's listening, I was like, I think you need a wife. And I was like, I do too. This could work out for us. Anyway, he broke up with me. I know.
Well, because did you add the wife?
I
You
did.
no, but did you the second wife?
Oh.
This is what I mean. If you can get married, but then you both need wives.
Right, a house manager.
I think that's polygamy.
I basically said we should start a cult. And he was like, I don't think this is gonna go anywhere.
What would you call your cult?
Oh, great question. We were talking about this in the car this morning. I worked on Smallville. So they tried to recruit me for the Nexium cult.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who recruited? Who tried to recruit?
Allie
Allison?
Mack. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah, okay.
it sounded great. Honestly, like you're in it and you're like, here's this woman that I respect, that I
Yeah.
work with, that it all sounds really good and it's love and light and female empowerment. Like what could go wrong?
A lot.
Ultimately, like power and sex. It just
Did you
corrupts
go to any of the initial meetings?
No, for
No.
some reason. I think
It just
just because I have so many
felt-
children.
Oh, well, you were just
I was
too
always
busy.
busy. I was like, that's not gonna work. That's bath time. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's family time.
I could see me going to one for sure.
Yeah, I could see you there.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, like, they all
They're great people. Like they seem like great
Yeah.
people. I mean, the ones that aren't doing the bad things.
Yeah.
Although to be honest, the ones that
It
did
doesn't
end up doing the
start
bad
that
things,
way.
they didn't start that way.
Yeah.
Cults are fascinating.
How did we
I'm not
get-
answering your question, but
How did
talking
we get
about
here?
cults.
Oh, the pebbles. The minor inconvenience. Wow. We strayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, cooking. But I have an air fryer, so my life is
Yes.
good.
As do we.
I just like chop a lot of vegetables and fruits, and I just like, actually, so my dad is staying at my house right now and taking care of my kids while I'm here, and he texted me this morning, it was so cute. He's like, I want to do like a little spread for you, how you do for the kids in the morning, what could I put out? And I didn't get the text because I was in the shower, and then he sent me a picture, and he did so good. People like muffins and boiled eggs and like cherries and whatever, like fruits I had out.
Like, it's like a little charcuterie plate for the kids.
Yeah, like a little, a
Love
little
it.
spread, which is what
That's
I do
good.
every morning. I'm a preparer of food, not so much a cook.
Oh, but that's like half the battle, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, cults, eh?
Do you have a minor inconvenience?
Oh, a lot of inconveniences. ADHD?
Uh,
Is that how we got on cults?
yeah. What would you eliminate?
I would always have 100% of my laundry clean.
Oh.
That is true. I do every morning. I wake up and I have a list. I literally put it on the wall, and it's a schedule of what laundry I do each day. I'm like, I spend like 3 hours of my day doing laundry. Like
I
that's
love
crazy.
laundry.
I don't.
And vacuuming.
Now that I've spread it out,
Uh.
like it's, and I have I have to have a schedule, or else it just won't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good
It's like
one.
a meditation for me.
I used to like when I lived in Brooklyn, and you'd like drop it off at the Fluff and Fold for $7. They would do, and of course, in your 20s, you drop off like a month worth of laundry. It's like not like you're doing it 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You're like, I have 30 pairs of underwear, and now we have to go do the Fluff and Fold.
Yeah, my daughter moved to Chelsea earlier this year. She was there for like 6 months, and she was like, same thing. She was like, Mom, I wasn't very good about doing my laundry, and so she was like walking up the street with a roll, like a suitcase, to the laundromat. I was like, welcome to New York. You know, when you're dating in New York and you meet a guy that has like laundry in his apartment, you're like,
Date for a
ooh,
while. Gotta make this
we
one
should
work.
hang out more.
But seriously, that first time you moved into a place with laundry,
The best.
oh my god!
That was-
where
I
it's
just-
not where it's not like the coin-operated laundry in the basement, where it's like in your, apartment or condo or house. It's deluxe.
I just bought a house. The first thing I bought was my washer and dryer, and I was like, I'm good.
That's
I'll
all
get
I
a
need.
couch later. Fine. I have like 4 mattresses on the floor and a washer and dryer. We're good.
Yeah.
Say thank you. Thanks. Hi.
Hello.
So, oh, don't touch. Okay, sorry. Okay, so my question is for Alaina.
Yeah, that's me.
And the thing is, yeah, I know, I've asked you a little part of this in previous years, but I thought about more. Back in the day, when there was a TV series and it was over, they would have like these made-for-TV movies and just like an isolated episode. So my fantasy episode, believe it or not, is how did Josie, because to me, Josie made the ultimate sacrifice. She let Abaddon in so Abaddon wouldn't go into Henry. I was like, oh my God. I can't. And that was like episodes and episodes after we knew Josie, and it was like, that's what happened? I mean, it was mind-blowing from my point of view. So if they brought back one isolated episode, how the heck did Josie even get into the men of letters?
Right. I feel so like I felt some type of way about this for a long time because I've always felt like I love the Abaddon storyline and I'm grateful for her, but I would have loved to explore Josie because she's human. And yeah, I feel like she had this, situation with Henry, and I feel like the Josie storyline, which would have been more compelling to tell long term. I also felt like they did this whole situation with the Men of Letters, and I was like, where's Josie? So I would have loved to, I agree with you, let's do it. Yeah. Y'all down
That would
for
be so fun to do, like all of these. That's your episode. There's episodes for so many characters where you didn't get to explore all of these other aspects. That would be such a fun. That would be actually a really fun season of something.
You know what
where,
I
like,
always
all
thought?
the minor characters are explored more deeply.
Yeah. I always thought it would be a really cool. Remember, like, I'm dating myself. We used to read Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a rad TV show? Where you watch like the first 3 episodes and then you're like, oh, let's find out what's happening over here. And there's like 5.
They had one.
Ooh.
Netflix, does anyone remember this? Netflix did one, and I don't remember if it worked.
I feel like it would be a challenge, like a production.
I actually can't remember what it was even about. What? Kimmy Schmidt did it?
Kimmy Schmidt did it? It was a cute show.
God. Okay. I mean, it's interesting. And then I think as a watcher, I'd want to go back and try out the other scenarios, which I probably did with Kimmy Schmidt because that was such a fun show.
Yeah, it was such a fun show. Yeah.
So I love backstory every week.
Yes.
I like
Well,
it
yeah,
a lot.
and I mean, it's so empowering for us as actors to have that information as well. And a lot of times, you know, the writers are breaking these stories in rooms. I was really fortunate. Adam Glass wrote my character, and he was really open and communicative. So he would always send me an email about what he was thinking. And so Josie was named after his daughter in real life, and he saw Josie as an opportunity to break the glass ceiling, and that's why she chose to sacrifice herself for Abaddon. And she thought, like, this is a woman who can get things done. So yeah, I think that's also why it resonated so much, is that like he was open with me, and I could really interpret his vision. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Hello, my name is Brianna, and my question is, since your characters didn't really get to eat anything because they were, what would their ice cream order be?
I was gonna say chocolate cake because she talks about that with Dean. Oh, really? Before she goes full angel, yeah. They were discussing what's better, chocolate cake or sex.
What is chocolate cake? Is sex?
Or sex.
Chocolate cake or sex?
Yeah, like what's better?
Yeah, yeah, both.
I mean, Alaina, we
Chocolate cake and then
we could do that.
sex and then chocolate cake. That's a
Or
good order.
at the same time. I mean, there's people that are very skilled. I'm sure they could manage that.
Get me some chocolate cake tonight.
Or maybe it's just maybe chocolate cake is sex. I don't know.
I don't really like cake though.
Oh, I like cake if it's like sugar frosting.
Oh. Like shitty cake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like, my son's the same way. My 3-year-old will, if he gets those cupcakes, like the Stop and Shop cupcakes, he will literally just eat the top of it, and I'm
Hey,
like,
can I-
you are my kid.
Someone taught me how to eat those.
Oh, you put it.
Oh, you know that?
make
Y'all
a
know
sandwich.
this? You break. Okay, well, damn. I was late to the party. I was like, this is the best way to eat that because then you get it's like
You get both.
it's a frosting sandwich.
Yep, which is the best kind of sandwich.
Yeah.
It has.
Ice cream. I dairy hates me. It's like it attacks me.
I do the coconut milk ice cream. It's
Yes.
phenomenal.
So I can do that.
Wait, are we asking as ourselves or our characters?
Well, it can be really either way. I was just thinking, since I don't know why this is what I think, but when I thought of like Abaddon and the blood, I was like, imagine if she would like strawberry ice cream because it looks like blood.
Or even like strawberry ice cream with that with the red glaze on it, right? So it's like
Oh.
dripping.
I thought like Cherry Garcia.
Oh, there
That's
you
what
go.
you thought too?
Yep.
Cherry Garcia. Final answer.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think Anna's would be?
Well, I honestly thought, since Anna, she definitely seemed like, a bright character. I thought she would like Napoleon ice cream because she
Little
would
bit
be
of
like,
everything.
yeah, because she was like, how are the humans able to make all this together?
She's greedy.
I want it all. And then I actually want to take a piece of chocolate cake and smush it onto.
Or top chocolate cake with your ice cream.
It's like those Bloody Marys people get, which like at the top they put like a sandwich and pickles, and it's like a whole meal on top of a Bloody Mary.
My friend invited me to a Bloody Mary festival, and I was like, this is just too much salt.
It's a lot.
I don't think I can handle it. In Austin, I was like, it's gonna be hot and salty. No, and I don't like Bloody Marys.
I
I like tomato juice.
Yeah.
Just not with alcohol in it.
Yeah. Don't ruin the.
I'm a boring drinker though.
I know. I haven't. I'm not drinking anymore, so.
Oh.
I'm even more boring than you.
Yeah, you are. I love you though. You're great. So happy you're
Just
here.
have the Bloody Mary with no alcohol. So just the tomato juice.
Yes, yes. And a pickle on the side.
And throw on the sandwich, and we're.
I'll have a sandwich with a side of tomato juice. Ice cream. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Hi. Hello. My name is Janelle, and this is going to be a question for both of you. In the scenes of the supernatural, like with Alaina, you went up and you saw this one T-shirt that said, "The devil made me do it." So my nickname to you was Cute Little Devil. And then with Julie, well, Dean and her had their thing. And then
What thing? Sorry, what?
They called her
Chocolate
Angel.
cake.
Oh,
They did their
okay.
thing.
When we ate chocolate
And then-
cake in the backseat.
Yeah, and then the
what I'm
nickname for
calling it
her
now.
was Angel Cake, and
Okay.
I got a kick out of that. So I'm wondering what your worst and best nicknames are. Doesn't matter if it was in a movie or in real life.
Like that people have for us or that we have
That you have.
for other people?
No, for you.
Oh, for me.
I don't think I call myself. My college nickname was Rue, which I always thought was really cute.
That is so
Julie
cute.
Rue.
Julie Rue, why? Oh.
Because it rhymes, maybe? I don't know.
Julie Rue? It
Julie
doesn't
Rue.
rhyme.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really rhyme. I don't know, because I'm very kangaroo-like. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
That's cute.
It's cute.
My nickname, like my whole family and friends call me Lainey. So Lane, Lena, Laney.
I also was Jules Verne for one summer.
Jules Verne.
Like the author. I don't know why. It's just.
I have like all my kids have their names saved in my phone as something different, and like they get mad if like they think the other one's is better than theirs. But like forever, my youngest is Lincoln Lovecuddle, and he's like, "Could you please change the name?" I'm like, "No, you're my little Linky Lovecuddle. You will be when you're 47." Mom. Yeah, nicknames. I like nicknames. They're fun.
I think that's how people have. Like, it's been a while. It was college. When I was younger.
Yeah. Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Julie Rue.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's cute.
It makes more sense than Jules Verne.
Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Anyone?
Hello. Thank
Hi.
you.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. This is my first convention.
Welcome.
Hi. I'm a little nervous, so I don't know much about Supernatural,
Okay.
but
You're gonna learn. Have you watched the show?
I'm only on season 6 right now. I started watching it last year, but I couldn't finish the others because of other stuff.
I don't know. You've
Lane's
got
coming
like
up.
people can watch that show in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They don't eat or pee, but
Yeah.
I don't.
No, my mom, she's watched it like since it aired in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just gonna ask, how is it like filming the show and just the overall energy while filming?
I feel like that. I will say my first night working on the show, we were shooting in the like mental institution, and
Like
so
Riverview?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a haunted. Did it used to
I
be
grew
a
up around
hospital?
there. We used to go to.
Yeah, it's like
Do
ghost
nothing.
hunting. Like, oh, did you do nothing there, or did you have some chocolate cake there?
I didn't have chocolate cake. I
Okay.
had stuff that would make you want chocolate cake.
Yes, but it's now used as a set for a lot of Vancouver shows. And there was this long hallway, and they had a room at the end where I was going to be shooting in, and the whole crew, the boys were finishing up their scenes, and then they came down the hall to go home, and I hadn't met them. I hadn't it was like literally my first experience on set, and I watched them. They were they were being clapped out like, "Good night, you're wrapped for the night." And they went down the hall and they said good night.
They just get clapped at when they walk in a room.
No, but they said good night to every single person, every single crew member. They knew everyone's name. And this is, as a young performer with one of my first bigger roles, I clocked this right away. and I could tell what kind of tone the set was gonna have on that first night. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. Everyone's respected, everyone's kind. I mean, the two guys set the tone for the show, and they did a great job.
And that's why it went 15 years.
And that's why it went 15 years. Seriously, if they were not the way they are,
And
it
that's
would
why we're all
not-
still here.
And that's exactly.
It's
That's
true.
not a lie.
It's true. That was my experience as well. I think that.
Because you never know. Like, you show up as a guest star, you never know what the energy is. You
and
have to
lean
kind of like
into the show.
feel it out. Like, what is this set gonna be like? What is this set gonna be like? And especially if you're just a guest, if you're just doing one episode, it's like you're just tiptoe in and you hope for the best.
Yeah, and
But-
you'd be surprised how many shows you walk in and like nobody even looks at you. And these are people they're colleagues. You've got to like work with them, and you're like, okay, how do I do a good job and also like communicate with my, contemporaries here? No, same. I think I sat in the makeup chair for like 0.2 seconds, and both Jared and Jensen came inside, and for some reason we started talking about Texas because they grew up in Texas. I lived in Texas. My ex-husband was from Texas, and we were having this big conversation about Vanilla Ice. Because my ex-husband was a dancer. He was a dancer for Ice, and then I don't know why it came up. It was just so random, and I was like, "What a weird." Anyway,
I didn't know we did that. That's an interesting.
Yeah, talk about like lightning in a bottle. One of those experiences. Hi, friend.
Hello.
Thank
How are
you.
y'all?
Thank you.
We're good. How are you?
Time flies with an awesome crowd,
I
eh?
know. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would, give it up for Julie McNiven and Alaina Huffman! Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Just the two of us. Little castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. So, we don't want you guys, especially you newbies, to walk away from a day like today